The purpose of this video is to save the Skysight data from Gordon Becker and Bruce Campbell's wave flight from November 5th and 6th. And so across the top you can see the date and the time, and on the left side you can see the altitude that has been selected. And so we're going to start this off with a general overview of the wave system extending from the Sierra Mountains all the way out to the Front Range in central Colorado. And so looking at the wave bars going across the country, across Utah and into Colorado, and Matthew Scudder made a special database just for Gordon that encompassed a 24-hour database. So it allows us to look at the wave system throughout 2 complete days, rather than the normal look at 8 o'clock in the morning until something like 8 o'clock in the evening is what's usually there, I think. So this was an extraordinary wave event in that it lasted for 2 nights and 2 days. So it was a very long period of time. And Gordon and Bruce utilized the wave off of the Sierra going north and south in between Cal City and Susanville along the Sierra, and then their last leg took them into Hawthorne. They landed at Hawthorne, so they weren't able to go downwind in the wave due to moisture and clouds and whatnot. But nevertheless, they accomplished an amazing 3,143 kilometer flight, I think it was. Longest OLC flight ever. So now we're going to zoom in closer on the timeline that they made the flight. They took off at 9 o'clock in the morning and went northbound to Susanville. So we've zoomed in on the Minden, Tahoe, Reno area. And so here's 9 o'clock, and they took off when this photo was taken. This photo's looking north, so those were the conditions that they took off and immediately blasted north, not bothering to climb to 17 or 18,000 feet. They just headed north at 10,000, climbing as they went, and made it up to Susanville for their first turn. And then they turned around and went back, and by noon they were all the way down at Bishop. So they ran that wave system that we're looking at there down to Bishop, and now we're looking at about 1 o'clock. They were south of Lone Pine at 1 o'clock, and turned in Cal City at about 1:40 and headed back northbound at 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock they're crossing Coyote Flats right in that area, and then at 4 p.m. They're coming back towards Minden, Alpine County Airport or so. 4 o'clock they're crossing Alpine County, and 5 o'clock they're all the way up at Honey Lake, north of Reno, up in that area there, up past Air Sailing. And they turned Susanville again for the second time at 10 after 5. 6 o'clock found them going past Job's Peak southbound. 7 o'clock put them into adjacent to Tinnemaha Reservoir south of Bishop. 8 o'clock, they turned Cal City again for the second time and turned around and headed back north. 9 o'clock put them even with Coyote Flats. 10 o'clock put them at Topaz Lake, coming back into Minden. And they went as far north as Hallelujah Junction, turning there at about 10 p.m. Due to moisture, they couldn't make it any further north from there, and turned around, headed back. They were in Minden at 11 p.m. and back down in the vicinity of Tinnemaha Reservoir at midnight at 12 p.m. And they made as far south as Inyokern at 1:20 a.m. Turned around and headed back north, crossing Tinnemaha Reservoir again at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. found them crossing into the Walker Reservoir area and landing at Hawthorne at 3:35 a.m. after 18 and a half hours in the air. Quite amazing. So let's see. Now what we're doing is we're examining the area out to the east. If they had been able to make the turn in Minden or Hawthorne and head east for even more distance, you can see that the wave bars were working as usual. Crossing into the Grand Junction area would have been the most difficult part of the run there. So if we look at, we didn't see many clouds at the 23,000 foot level, but if we look down at 16 and 19,000, we see that there are quite a few clouds were forecast, and that would have made the downwind leg pretty difficult. Also as evidenced by the fact that they were pretty much stuck at Hawthorne due to clouds and moisture and precipitation. So this is primarily just a what-if scenario. What if conditions had been a little bit better, enabling them to continue downwind. So we can see the grayed out areas. Those are areas of clouds, and you can see it pretty much covered the northern half of Utah and Colorado. Here we have the track downloaded, overlaid onto the Skysight map, and you can see the multiple 5 trips back and forth on the Sierra, and the last trip a little bit further to the east, crossing Glass Mountain and into Hawthorne. The time moves along on its own, so you can't really tell what time they were at different locations there. So anyway, fantastic flight by the two lads, Gordo and Bruce. Congratulations, guys. Well done. Amazing flight. we can't wait to see what happens next.